Dear friends, we are session 2, day 4. And today we want to speak about the ladder of prayer. The 4 moments of prayer, like we mentioned yesterday, which is lectio, meditatio, oratio, and contemplatio. So first of all, we have to understand that prayer is a conversation. And there are 2 parts in a conversation. One listens and the other speaks. And then we reverse, the other listens and the one speaks. The one who speaks is God. We are listening to God. So it is important to understand that there is a method. The method is called Lectio Divina. And this Lectio Divina has 4 steps. And these 4 steps, it is called also the ladder of prayer, which was somehow discovered by this Guigo the Cistercians. He lived in France near Grenoble in 1200. So it is something well described, well proven, this Lectio Divina. The first step is reading, which is called this Lectio. Lectio requires a careful reading of Scripture, paying close attention to patterns, repetition, keywords, and other details of the chosen passage. The careful reading helps us to hear God's initiating dialogue. So you have to pay attention what you read, because it's God speaking to us. The second point, the second step, is meditatio. In this step, we listen to what God is saying in the scripture passage we read in Lectio. Now, what is this saying to me? Because maybe the Bible speaks about Moses, but now I want to know, what is this passage telling me? We reflect on the words of the passage in order to understand what they mean for us today. The third step is oratio. After reading and meditating, we respond to God. We often think of this step pouring out our hearts to God. Yes, oratio comes only after hearing and reflecting on what God has said. And so we just open our hearts and we pour out our hearts to God. The fourth is contemplatio. Means contemplation is a special gift. It's when God pours his heart on us, pours his grace on us, when he fills our heart and mind and soul with his love. The first 3 steps prepare us for the gift in which we are able to rest in God's presence and experience the joy and peace that comes from him. Remember that in heaven, angels and saints, they only do this. They are in his presence. So contemplation is almost bringing us to the same joy that the angels and the saints experience in heaven. If you remember Jesus, during his 40 days of temptations in the mountain, he told the devil, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." And then the psalm says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet, a light to my path." So finally then we have to put it in practice. Resolution is when we try to live out what God has told us in this prayer, then we live it out through the day. I just want to ask you, did you try to do Lectio Divina, to follow these 4 steps? Try it. You'll see that God is going to speak to you through his word. Bye-bye.